Hi, Jake. We are going to start making a small schedule of the exercises you will start doing this week. If you are an amateur or professional fighter, since I don't know how good you're breathing, I know Jake, so I know what he's struggling with. But I don't know you. So just because you're professional doesn't mean that you are breathing well. Most professional athletes aren't breathing well. So you can just jump in, no matter if you're a professional athlete or if you just pass by this video for whatever reason. In the night, usually people, when they wake up after sleeping, they have been mouth breathing throughout their nights. How do we know? Because then the throat feels dry. By the way, opening the mouth when you need to jaw. But if you do you say jaw? If you do this a lot throughout your day, that's not a good thing to do. So what you try to do instead of doing that, we're going to try to suppress it. When you don't breathe well at night, this is what happens. You're opening your mouth, a lot of bacteria are coming in, your immune system is more likely to get sick. You're tired throughout the day, and your recovery is worse from training. This is not good for us, and that's why we're going to start taping our mouth at night. You can use the tape that physios use, the colored ones or black ones that you have around your skin. You can buy that at a pharmacy, or depending where you live, there might be shops that have that. We're taping the mouth pretty well. If you feel anxious about it, don't worry. Maybe start taping your mouth throughout your day whilst you're cleaning, watching a movie, or working at the computer. You can also just start taping your mouth once a week, then twice, 3 times, 4 times, etc. But the time where you sleep is very important for your recovery throughout the day. And depending on what you do throughout your day, your recovery at night is going to be better or worse. Let's say you're having a very stressful time in your life at the moment and a very stressful training period, you're not eating so well. Depending on what you eat, your sleep is going to be less good or better or worse. Your day is going to show your night how well you can recover, and your night is going to show your day how good you're doing. In order to change that, we need to make your sleep a little bit better by taping your mouth. Like that, we're going to make your day better. Once you wake up, you're going to put a timer on your phone, and then you're just going to inhale through your nose. You're going to exhale through your nose. You're going to press the timer on play and pinch your nose. Now, you're going to hold your breath. Of course, you're not going to open your mouth. You're going to hold your breath. And then as soon as you feel the first distinguished sensation where you want to breathe in, inhale through your nose, not through your mouth. You inhale through your nose, and then you're going to press stop and write down every morning what your bold is. What we just did is called the bold test, breathing oxygen level test. Inhaling through your nose after waking up, exhaling through the nose, pinching your nose, pressing play, and you might have the first sensation after 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds. Inhale through your nose, and then write down the number that you got on the phone. If you have questions, just send me a message via Instagram, okay, to this test. After doing this test, just take on your pajamas, go for a walk for 5 minutes. Feel the sensation of the air. What I'm telling you to do is very important for everything that is happening afterwards, also through the fights. We need to change the biochemistry in your brain. We need to change the biochemistry in your body. You want your body to fall into resting periods easier. You can only be as good in the difficult training sessions independent on how good you can recover. So if you're not good at recovering fast, recovery is very important for athletes and performers of any kind. So first, going for a walk, the brain fog gets out. If you live in a stressful area, just go for a walk. If you can make it to a park and stay longer, amazing. Go back. If you have your breakfast, I'm not going to say anything about nutrition at the moment. Do whatever you want, but you can have a bit of an observation sensation feeling on your breathing, independence of when you eat what, how does your breathing feel? Do you feel anxious or at peace after X type of food? Food changes the pH level of the blood and the intake of CO2 and O2 and NO, nitric oxide, oxygen, and carbon dioxide is going to feel and be different. Also, the diaphragm is going to work differently because of what you eat. Before you go to training, before you enter the studio, we want to go for a 10-minute walk. Want to start easy, bottom level. Doesn't matter if you're pro and have done a lot of breath work already. Just start with the basics. I'm recommending if you want something more specific, you can always have a one-on-one session. But for now, this is good for everyone, including myself. You go for a walk for 10 minutes before your training session, and within the first 5 minutes, you're going to slow down your exhalations for 6 seconds. After these 5 minutes, the next 5 minutes, you're going to slow down your exhalations and pinch your nose for 3 to 15 paces. If you're really, really good, you can go for 25 or 50 if you want. Easy for us for now. And then whilst you're on the mat, whilst you're warming up, only nasal breathing. Throughout your night, throughout the day, only nasal breathing. Not because I want to be fashionable, not because I think it's the best, but only because of the goals that we have with your zone, the creative thinking, the ability to move swiftly, the ability to not shut down your frontal cortex, the ability to recover faster, to sleep better, to have better breathing patterns, but also mental functions and organic functions, your ability to take in great CO2. If you're working as a pro, there are breathing techniques that make more sense than others. And from everything that we know, this is the best to do if you're working towards an Olympic level. Or are we working within that, but I've never worked with your breath. That's the best to do. I'm going to be explaining more with the time. Only nasal breathing on the meds. If you're struggling with that, send me comments, send me messages. I will explain more in other videos. And then after your training session, lay down on your back or on your belly for 1 minute at least, 3 minutes if you want. If you want to lay more, amazing. But please take 1 minute off after your training where you just lay down, put your hands on the ribs, and you do the exercise that we had been doing in the past videos where you just expand the ribs to the sides. This is also something that you can do before your training. But after the training, want your nervous system to have this sensation. The expansion of the ribs and the diaphragmatic breathing is also going to help the health of your spine. There are many nerves that are important for your mental, brain, and breathing recovery, and for the recovery of your nerves in general. I can go deeper into that, but for now, let's keep it superficial. And I'll give you more details with the time. We have a lot of time. We can do as many videos as we want. And then before going to bed, go for another 5 to 10 minute walk where you slow down your breathing and let the air feed your body. Feel the air, the temperature, how it smells, how it tastes. And then you go to bed with a closed mouth. Fast pace forward. If you haven't noted it down, take your phone now and write it down. Going to sleep with a taped mouth. Waking up doing the bold test. Send me a message if you have questions. I'm going to make another video explaining that better. Then, third thing, going for a pajama walk. Fourth thing, warming up 10 minutes before your training. Walking, increasing the CO2 tolerance. I'm going to do extra videos with everything explained. Just nasal breathing throughout your training. After the training, laying down, taking 1 to 3 minutes, expanding the ribs 3-dimensionally and going back 3-dimensionally as well. Going for a walk before going to bed, and then taping your mouth at night. If you do all these things for this week, and I'm explaining everything a bit better within the next days, we have the first week creating a good foundation. I need questions so that I can give you more. If you don't ask me anything, I'll continue just the way I think is best for you, Jake, and for everyone else involved as well. It seems so silly to do and so easy, but there's a lot of chemistry behind that for the nervous system, brain, and lungs. Please do what I'm telling you to do.